Congrats to a great Maryland team. They're just really hard to guard. They're so good offensively, and we just didn't have an answer. But I do want to say, how proud I am of our team, and what this group has done is unbelievable. And I don't want this one day to take away from the entire journey that they've been on all season to get our program back to where it deserves to be, and that's consistently in the NCAA tournament. So just told them I loved them, and I'm really proud of them. And we'll continue to just roll up our sleeves and go back to work.
Thank you, Coach. Our first question is going to come from James Fletcher of the Tuscaloosa News. James?
Hey, Coach. I wanted to ask you just about that run to start the first quarter. You went to the media timeout, and then they went on a little 5-0 run, and you had to burn a timeout. How much did the early momentum kind of dictate how this game was going to go from the start?
Yeah, they're just extremely good offensively. Their runs are normally really, really long. They've done this consistently all year. We've seen it on film, and I think when you try and just help your team to pause, get them to pause for a second, step back, and see what we can do better. That's all the timeout was about. So I think at the end of the day, they're just really good. You look at their shooting percentages, you look at their free throw percentages, you look at their assist to turnover ratio. They lead the country in offense, and we just had a really hard time guarding them, but we're not the only ones that have had a really hard time guarding them all year.
James, do you have a follow-up question?
Yeah, Coach, just if you could talk about one more time just how much this Big Three means to you, to the program, and to this team.
Just a lot, not just, from it's just been a joy to go to work every day and to see their faces, to see their eagerness to do something that, hasn't been done. And each one of them's journey is so different. Jordan's journey with fighting through injuries and believed in our vision and a 4-year starter. And Jazz makes a decision to leave home and comes back home. And, the way both of them have impacted have been incredible. And then Araya's journey and committed to us early, just to see their growth and development, just the kind of people that they are. I mean, you never walk in the door and you question their effort and their energy and their commitment. They weren't scared of a challenge. A lot of kids want to do what's easy, but they've always done what's hard. And to see their careers be at this point and how they've impacted Alabama women's basketball, it'll go down as just one of the greatest stories, because I know every day the little moments and the little things and the little times and, things that have happened, and just those moments. It's not the number of breaths we take, but the moments that take our breath away. And I just appreciate each and every one of them because of the kind of people and the character and the work ethic and the grit and the gratitude and how they've impacted not only our program as players, but as people in the community. And they're just awesome. They're definitely three great young women that are going to be really successful as moms and professionals.
Thank you, James. Are you set with your questions?
Yes, that's all.
All right. A reminder to the media that if you want to ask a question, please use the raised hand function now, and I will call on you next. Next up will be the person identified as AP Stedman from WHEP.
Hey, Coach. Coach, I just wanted to ask you, moving forward, what will you tell the recruits and all the people interested in coming to the University of Alabama? You had a pretty good seed in the tournament. You won a game. You're making progress. What are some of the things you might say to people moving forward?
I think that, as we move forward, everything that we've done to build this program, all the resources, all the support, you can come to Alabama and play basketball too. It's not just... it's a school that you can come and be great on and off the floor with every single resource there is available. And obviously, when you win and when you have success, that breeds success, and players want to play in that kind of a program. So recruiting's going great. We're really excited about our 2 freshmen incoming, and, we'll continue to look and see, here late what direction that we end up going recruiting as well. So, we feel excited and anxious for the future. We'll go back to work. I'll let this go at midnight, and I'll be back in the office tomorrow. So, great grit and great gratitude.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations on your season.
Thank you for covering us, AP. I really appreciate you folks in South Alabama. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have any other questions for Coach? I don't see anyone else's hands raised. I'll just wait a second to see if there is a further question from some of the media that is gathered here. I do see another one. Thank you. Again, we're going to go to Katie Wyndham. Katie, please announce your affiliation as well.
Hey, Coach, it's Katie Wyndham from Bama Central. You talk about going back to work. And obviously with the COVID waiver, we don't know which seniors might come back or not. But today, even in the loss, a lot of players got to get some experience at the NCAA tournament. So how valuable is that moving forward that you've gotten to have so many people play on the big stage today?
These kind of experiences are invaluable. Our bench had 20 points today. We got in some early foul trouble, went to our bench. I think the pace that Maryland plays allowed us to go to our bench as well. And, we really believe in our kids on the bench and their growth and development. And, for them to get these minutes in this type of environment can only pay dividends. So, really proud of our bench today. I thought they came in and did some really good things that we can really build on.
Katie, do you have a follow-up question?
I'm good. Thank you. Congrats
All right.
Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Katie, James, all you guys from Tuscaloosa. Appreciate your support.
All right, we've got time for another question. We have Patrick Eaton-Robb from the Associated Press. Pat?
Coach, what did they do to Jordan to kind of take her out of her game today, and how big a factor was that?
Where they're just really physical and they're big. You can try and exploit the switch, but when you switch 6'1", they'll switch 6'3" onto you. And I just thought the physicality and the size really affected not just Jordan, but all of us. And that's just it's a really good basketball team that's done this to a lot of people, and we'll do it to a few more. So again, it was Jordan. It wasn't so much Jordan. It was what Maryland did, and you have to credit them a little bit and pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and just grow and learn from it and move forward. And we need to, as a staff, try to figure out how to put her in a better position. So I'll take the blame for her day.
Can you also talk about what adjustments you tried to make, and when was the point in the game where you said, okay, we've tried this, we've tried this, we've tried that, it's just not going to work?
I think you'll see how we came out the third quarter. I thought we made some adjustments at half, and really were able to come out and execute and get some open looks that we weren't able to get there in the first and second. So, they're really good. Their pressure doesn't allow you to really run a lot because you have a lot of short shot clock situations. So, the half court, three-quarter court pressure, they're long, they're lanky, and they don't give you much time in the half court. And, we feel like, we do a good job of executing in the half court. And I thought it sped us up a little bit, and we didn't have as much time for ball reversal, and we weren't able to get a lot of looks. And again, they're big and physical, and credit Maryland. They did to us what they've done to a lot of teams this far in the season. And we knew it coming in. It's a lot easier when, you actually have to try and simulate that in a day. It's really hard to do.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Pat, I see you don't have any other questions, and we don't have any other hands raised at this time. So, Coach, I just want to really thank you for your time today. Again, congratulations on your successes, and best to you and your team. Thank you for joining us.
Roll Tide.